Have you ever been in a situation where you felt attacked, where someone said a comment that hurt you and you maybe you froze or maybe you reacted and you felt powerless and you felt like you kind of lost face, like you didn't know what to do, you became overwhelmed, you felt helpless. This is a situation that I have been in a lot of times. And I want to share with you today how I have overcome that in a lot of ways, the method I have used to do this. Whether it's good or not, that's for you to decide. Hello and welcome to Empowering Women with Celeste. I'm Celeste, your spiritual guide and energy healer, and yeah, I just love sharing about what I do. I want to help other people, so in any way I can help you, I will do that. And so this is something like I said, I personally struggled with, so that's why I want to share it with you. And I believe everyone, we get offended sometimes. We feel small, we feel powerless, helpless, worthless, like nobody respects us, like we're not listened to. Because there are people out there, maybe you've tried this when you were at a meeting or you met someone new and you got these comments, like maybe kind of directly, like you said something and you got the comment like, how stupid are you? Like, why don't you get that? Or or okay, so this is one I came up with. If you're like a little bit overweight, like, how did you get through the door? Something so offending and so hurtful like that. And I really hate it. I don't think that you should do this in any way. But the reality is that there are people who do this. There are people who will disrespect you in so many ways. And this is just one tool that I hope can help you through that, can help you gain a little more confidence and rest in yourself, stay grounded, have a strong mentality so you can withstand this, so you can become more resilient and not go into the freeze state or into the defensive state, the reaction state, because when you do that, you actually lose more respect, and it's not good for you, and it's not good for your life and whoever offended you. Okay? So the reason why you do this is that you're getting triggered. The reason why you feel hurt or you suddenly go into instinct, this is actually an instinctual reaction, like you defend yourself because you feel attacked. That's what we do, right? And you do it because you get triggered. When you do that, you also lose control over yourself, and that's, like I said, you start to react, and you might do things that you'll regret. You might say something you'll regret, or you might do something where you later think, oh my God, I wish I did something different. I wish I had done it differently. What you can do here is take down the situation, reflect on it, look at it. What happened? Why did it happen? Write it down, and then write three things. This is bonus tip. Three things that you could have done or said instead. And then next time something like this happens, try one of these steps out. So I did this, but the struggle, the issue for me was that when I'm in that situation, I black out. Like my mind just stops working and I cannot think straight. And what I want to share with you today and here and now in a second is how to get into that calm state, into that grounded state where you can think clearly, where you can stay cool, and where you can actually think, where you don't go into reaction and emotion, but where you can actually say, okay, I'm in this situation right now. I feel really uncomfortable. Someone is attacking me. Someone is hurting me. I feel triggered. what do I do? What is the best thing to do in this situation? Okay? So becoming mentally strong, becoming unshakable. Who doesn't like that? Okay, so let's get into the how do we do this? And well, I really want to go really deep. So the first tip here was kind of on the surface, a very practical tip. But I find that the changes truly comes when we go really deep, when we go deep into ourselves, into our energy, into our emotions, like everything, who we are, what we're feeling, what we're thinking, and so on. So this is actually a practice. This exercise is something that nobody wants to do. Okay? Nobody wants to do it. Me neither. Like, I do it because I love getting challenged and I want to overcome these things so much that I do it, but it's so hard. It's so uncomfortable. And yeah, so this is not an easy practice, but I can guarantee you, I promise you, if you start doing this, you will become so much more stronger, mentally strong, emotionally strong, unshakable, unbreakable in so many ways. So it's very, very powerful, but it's also something, like I said, like nobody wants to do it, but we have to do it. Okay? And here's the secret. It is embracing all of you. All of you. All the bad sides, all the good sides, the resentful, the hate, the mean, the evil, the ugly, the disgusting, the like all of the parts of the human being that we tend to kind of shun and push away because we don't want to be connected to that. We don't want to be seen as that. All of these uncomfortable emotions, right? When someone tells you, oh, why are you so stupid? And you get triggered because you don't want to be stupid, right? And then you start to defend yourself. Well, I'm not stupid. I did it because of this and this and this. But when you do that, you get into the instinct again, you get into the desperation, emotion, feeling, and that does not gain respect. You lose respect when you do this. Okay? So I want you to imagine for a second just one incident, maybe the one that triggered you the most, or a recent one where you felt like you lost control, someone said something, you felt hurt, you felt attacked, maybe you reacted, maybe you froze. I want you to get into that for a second. What did you feel? What did this person say? Why did they say it? That's actually not important, but reflect into, like, there's this kind of saying like hurt people hurt other people. So there is a reason why they say that. And that is because they feel weak. They feel so weak that they feel the need to put down other people. Or they feel so weak that they want to be a part of the pack. So they make other people laugh by blaming, like by making fun of other people. And so when you can remind yourself when something like this happened, remind yourself that this person actually feels very weak or they feel very insecure, and that's why they do this. So when you can keep your cool, stay in yourself, stay grounded, and know that, hey, I'm good enough. I know I'm good at what I do. I know I'm a good human being. I love myself. I'm strong. I'm powerful, and so on. It doesn't affect you that much. Okay? So that was just one thing. So first of all, you need to allow yourself to feel that emotion. So if you still feel triggered by this, when you think about this, you still feel angry or frustrated or scared or hurt, it's because it's not healed yet. So feel into it, sit with it. Don't try to change it. Don't try to do anything about it. Just sit with it, accept it. love it, because again, it's a part of you, and I don't believe that we need to destroy anything, because that's destructive, and we don't want to destroy any of us. We want to embrace it. We want to become a part of it. We want it to be a part of us. So feel it, release it, let it go in any way you need to. Cry it out. Maybe you feel like yelling, maybe you feel like dancing, maybe you feel like running for a walk. Not for a walk, you know what I mean. Go for a run. However you feel like you need to get it through your body and release it. Okay. And anytime when you get a little bit further, when you're in the situation, allow yourself to feel it for a second. To recognize to yourself, oh, I feel hurt, I feel paralyzed, I feel attacked, I feel embarrassed, I feel defensive. Just tell yourself that, okay, that's okay. It's okay. It's a completely normal human being. Like, shame is completely normal. Anger is completely normal. We all feel it. We just learned that we kind of have to. Don't show it. Okay? But just acknowledge it for a second. Feel it when you're in this situation. Allow yourself to do that. Yes. Because when you do that, you acknowledge it, that is one step closer to regaining your cool, to kind of keep yourself grounded, to stay in control of the situation, of you, and having the upper hand. Okay, sounds good? So stay calm and cool. Like, again, there will always be people like that, knowingly, unknowingly, subconsciously, consciously. They will say something that hurt you, whether they mean to or not. So it's just a really good idea to learn to do this. So the getting into the actual work of embracing all parts of you is to, like I just mentioned on before, become aware of all parts of you, and especially the shameful ones, especially the anger, especially the hurt, the resentfulness, like all of these like taboo emotions. Acknowledge them, write them down. Like, what is the thing that you do not want to be resonated with the most? The way I kind of figured it out the first time when we did this exercise was to think about a person that you really hate, like you really loathe, you cannot stand them, you cannot stand being around them, you don't get them at all. Write down the reasons why, like, why don't you like this person? Well, because they are disgusting, or because they hurt other people, or and I want you to get into detail, like, what is it about them that triggers you, that is disgusting, that is hurtful, that is mean, that is evil. What is it? It could also be like a soldier killing other people. It could be like a murderer. Like, really get into it, but mostly I want you to kind of stay in your life, so to speak. So someone you know, or someone you met, or someone you've worked with, where you're like I cannot stand this person. Write down who they are, why, what is it that they do you don't like. Everything into detail. All of it. So the next thing, this is the hard part, because every cell in your body is going to tell you that this is not true. And I don't want to do this. Your mind is going to try to distract you and take you away from this work. So it's really important that you stay on track. If you need to work with this with someone, so you have someone kind of accountable to you who can say, hey, stay here, like let's go, keep going, because it's going to be very uncomfortable. And that is owning it, asking yourself, okay, where in my life do I do this? When, in what situations do I do this? And it might not be, hopefully, probably not as much as this person, but I guarantee you that somewhere in your life you are doing this. In some way, you are doing it. And I want you to find that way. That is the key. Find the way that you're doing it. How are you hurting other people? How are you hurtful? How are you disgusting? How are you resentful? Yeah. And actually feel it, like actually telling yourself or someone else, again, telling you that, because that's why you get triggered. Someone else tells you this and it resonates with you. You're like, oh my God, I do that too, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna defend myself. Okay. That's why it's so powerful to owning up to those things and be open to, like, well, yeah, maybe somewhere I do this. This might be true. Be open to it. Okay, so sit down, take all of this in and stand by this part of you. You might want to do this with several emotions, like shame or anger, but just take one at a time. Own it. Stand by it. So the next time someone tells you, wow, you're so stupid, you can say, well, yeah, maybe that's true. So what? Or you can come up with again, different, there's so many ways to react. You can also say, yeah, I might not be good at this, but you know what? I'm really good at this. So again, that's what resonates with you, what is good in the situation. And the only way you'll figure out is by practicing, by reflecting on old situations, turn them around. How could I have behaved differently? What could I have said differently? What could I have done differently? And then especially letting go of the emotions, leaning into the emotions, feel them and let them go. It's so important, because if you don't do this, you're going to be overwhelmed by the emotions in the situation and you're going to lose control. Like I said, you'll react from instinct. You'll say something you regret, do something you regret, and it's not going to benefit you, the other person, your life, anything. So please, please do this work. It's so powerful. And like I said, this is not for everyone. There is a reason why there's not a lot of spiritual people, and especially spiritual people who really go deep, deep, because they're not brave enough to do this work. Like, it really takes courage, and it really takes, yeah, it just takes so much to do this work and actually do it with vulnerability and being open about it, allowing yourself to feel it, because we don't want to. There's a reason why we have this reaction. It's because we don't go into the emotions, we don't let them go, and then they show up in situations like this. So be brave enough to do this. Also, because when you do this and do work like this, I think that you'll be more respected by people, because you're actually someone who stands by who you are. You're not afraid to admit your flaws, your failures, your mistakes, and you own up to it. You take responsibility for it. Say, yeah, this is maybe who I am now, but you know what? I'm trying to change. Or you know what? I'm good at this, and I know this. I can do this. That gets people at some level to respect you. Okay? So that was the heavy work for today and for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like if you did. Comment what was your big aha, and if you did this work, how did it help you? Like, how do you feel stronger? How do you feel more like mentally stronger, more resilient? What situations come up? Share this with someone who could use it. And yeah, if you have any questions, you're welcome to write to me, to my email, all information in the description. And I'll see you next time. Have an amazing day and have so much fun doing this work. Love you. Bye.